Hello, Michelle, and welcome to my chat show, The Changemakers.
Hi, Geeta. Thanks for having me over. It's such a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much. So, how are you feeling today?
Yeah, I'm good. Good. It's been a rainy day here, but otherwise, I'm great. In spite of the weather being so gloomy and dull.
Right. So, before I actually start with my questions, I would want you to give me a brief introduction about yourself, the real Michelle. Who is she?
That's a good question because I also had set out on a road or a path of self-discovery, trying to discover who the real Michelle is. Because all these years, I was first a daughter, then I was a wife, then a mother. So who am I? What am I? Am I here only to pay bills and take care of other people's responsibilities? What am I? So
Right.
I did do a deep dive into myself and try to find out who
Mhm.
I who. And, it's amazing with what I came up, and I realized that I am a very confident, empowered person. I am a very, even though loving, generous, a good mother, good wife, good daughter,
Right.
and a good person. Yeah.
Great. Such beautiful things. Great. So, how was your life earlier, Michelle? I'm talking about like when you stepped out of your college and you were trying to make a choice for your career. So, how was that phase?
Life for me was very different then because I mean I passed out eons ago, and when we graduated, or at least when I was at the graduation stage, it was always just two options. You either did engineering or you did medicine. The
Yes.
boys went for engineering and the girls did medicine. And if you did anything else other than engineering or medicine, you were considered, you were not smart. You were not.
Yes.
I selected BA. I did my BA, though I did my BA in psychology, but nobody looked at it that way. That
I
is
know. I
also a
know.
great.
Yes.
So BA किया है, BA you've done BA, so it's like
She's
BCom
mediocre.
okay.
Yeah.
BCom at least would have been okay, but BA
Yeah.
is
I know.
right. So I went on to do my BA, and then because of that, I did course in computers because at that time it was one of the in things that was happening,
Yes. Yes.
and got into the IT sector and went full steam into the IT industry. And so I was with the IT industry. I mean, I still am with the IT industry, and at MNC the culture is very different. Though they say
Yes.
9 to 5, but it's 9 to 5 only on paper. Whereas
Yes.
pay is good, but they make you work for whatever they pay you. So
Right.
there was no time. I was used to be in office some days by 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, work till late nights, then come home and see the house, and there was so much going on. So I liked my job, but at the same time I didn't like it. I didn't like the office hours, and
Right.
there was a lot of emotional upheaval also on the home front because they were being neglected, and
Right.
I was not giving them time, and I had to make a choice between office and home. So yeah, that's how it's been going on for some time
Right. Right. So,
from
what was
college.
your thought process, when you were trying to make a choice? What were your feeling like? What kind of advice were you getting from your friends, family, relatives? What should you be pursuing and
On
things like
career.
that? Yeah, on career front.
Yeah, this is like on the career front, it was there were not much choices because I passed out in the late 80s, early 90s,
Hmm.
so it was either, and with a BA in psychology, what could you do?
Oh my God.
So yeah, it was
Thundering clouds,
it
I heard them.
was a big burst of thunder.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there was the options, and everybody would career options were very, very limited. So you either had to do something like a receptionist or a teacher or
Right,
stuff like that,
right.
or which is what I was doing for a long time. So career options were very few. There wasn't very many options
Hmm.
where career was concerned.
Hmm.
So
So,
the IT
basically,
industry.
hmm. I'm losing your voice in between,
Okay, like I said, the internet is a little unstable today
I
because of the
know.
rain. Can you?
I can
Okay.
imagine. Huge
Yeah,
thunderstorms,
what I'll do is I'll put the internet and the Wi-Fi, so in case there is a break, it can switch from,
fluctuation. Yes. Yeah, it's okay. It's your voice is though a little low, I feel. I mean, the volume is a bit low, lower side.
I raise the volume. I go a little closer to this, or maybe I can use that would help. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the earphones would help.
Yeah, I think this should help.
Yeah, this helps. Yes. So, okay. So while you made your choice in terms of your career, and you were not really liking the working hours, but that I think happened gradually when you gained a bit of experience and all, right? It didn't happen
Right.
initially.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So, how did it affect in terms of your confidence, in terms of your capabilities when you were going around these up and down things? How did it affect your confidence, and what did you think about your own self worth?
Yeah, confidence was at its all-time low. Self-worth was not there because you just felt that I was just here to pay bills. That's all I was doing. There was nothing. There was no me time. There was nothing for me. I was to get up in the morning, get the kids off to school, rush off to work, come back, see to homework, see to dinner, crash, wake up in the morning, and that was it. I mean, where was me?
Right,
Yeah, there was turmoil. There was turmoil in terms of where am I going, what am I doing, is this the kind of
right,
life I want to live?
right,
um what you know Now maybe yes, but couple of years down the line, is this going to be how it is,
right.
and for how long am I going to do this? I
True.
can do it for a couple of years more, but for after that, what? So a
Right.
lot of things did go on. You know had to take
So,
decisions.
so what attracted you to towards life coaching? What brought you close to life coaching?
Yeah, so life coaching was something that I had not heard about it. I did not know very much about it, though I had
Hmm,
read up on NLPs
hmm,
and things like that. There was
hmm.
really not much that I knew.
Right.
And I knew that there was something, there were therapies, because being a student of psychology, and
Hmm.
over a period of time I even did my MA in psychology, because I always wanted to work with children.
Right.
That at that point of time, suicides were very high in school. Children who
Yes.
were not doing well in their 10th boards, 12th boards
Hmm.
were
Yes.
so I did my MA with the this of getting into schools as a maybe a school counselor or something,
Right.
but then I had a setback at home. There was an emergency. I lost my hubby, so I had to hit the ground running and get back. So
Right.
school was not going to support me financially, as in the amount of money I was getting. So I had to get
Right.
back to the IT sector and start working on that.
Right.
uh, and so as a single mom running, looking after kids, that when I said I was doing everything, and then the pandemic hit,
Yes.
and sitting at home, I just came across an email saying that, why don't you look at it? And okay, it was in the evening, and I said, fine, let's just do it. And
Right.
it was an amazing program I went through.
Mhm.
I really it was an eye opener. I had
Right.
a lot of it got me thinking, and I said that, yeah, this is something that I can look at doing. Why not?
Right. Yes.
In my free time, or even as a full time. And I can probably share my experiences with others, empower women, uh,
Right.
help with relationships. And so I decided to do become a life coach.
Great, great. So now that you are a life coach and you know how things work, how do you see your life is in terms of the difference that what your life is right now and how your life was earlier? Like what is the stark difference that you see in both?
Yeah, the stark difference, I'll admit there would be two differences. One is, now I have time for myself,
Right,
because I'm not bound down to the 9 to 5 rat and the rat race.
right,
As a coach, I have the batches scheduled as per my convenience, and also, I mean, it works both ways. The
Right.
client also has to have a convenient time, but generally it's always convenient for both. So that's one thing. So I have more time for myself, more
Yes.
time for the house and the home.
Mhm.
And financially also it has helped, it would help, because this coming in from coaching is a lot better than what I would be earning. So yeah, so it's twofold. It's given me time to spend on myself, to
Right.
sit back and relax a bit and
Yes.
take some time out. And
Right.
also at the same time I'm earning a living.
So, how do your children feel now that mommy is having some time to spend with them, do things that they probably always wanted to do? How is their reaction to this?
Yeah, they are very happy about it, that now I get time to do that. Because earlier they used to tell me, they used to say, why don't you go out, why are you always at home, go out, meet some people, make friends. But I was like, I'm hard pressed for time, where do I go? I don't have time. If I go out on a Sunday afternoon, then my grocery shopping is not done. Or if I do
Right.
something on a Saturday, then I can't cook for you kids, so I don't have time to go out. And now I've started doing that, obviously, because reconnecting with my friends, widening my network.
Right.
And they're happy about it. They're saying like, wow, good, at least now you're going out, you have some social life, and you're not going to sit at home and be an old woman, the old
Right.
cat lady. So
Yes.
yeah, they're very happy, very supportive about it. That at least I have
Yeah.
their support.
Nice. Nice. So at least you found something new to do now with this life
Yes.
coaching thing. Right.
Yes, something
So
new, something interesting, something empowering. So it's not just doing. You also see that you're transforming people's lives, you are changing their lives.
yes.
And there's a feeling of satisfaction that
Yes.
I'm giving something back to society after all these years. When you
Right.
see this, when you see a transformation, when you see them getting
Absolutely.
breakthroughs,
Yes.
you feel that you feel so happy. There's a feeling of peace, and you think that, yeah, it was worth it.
Absolutely. I resonate with what you're saying. So, what do you have to say to a lot of people who we meet and constantly are saying, no, I don't need a life coach or I don't need a mindset coach? What do you have to say to these people? And why do you think, especially in these times, having a mindset coach or just generally a coach is important for people in their lives?
It is important because there are a lot of things that you cannot handle by yourself. You always
Right.
think that I can do it. It's not just something anxiety or things. There are various little things, the decision making. Sometimes you just feel so down and out, and you just want somebody to talk to. It's not
Hmm.
therapy, it's not counseling, it's just a pouring out. And
Right.
that's when your coach comes in, and talking to your coach, with the experience that we have, and with what we have gone through, we are able to help the client and find where you are stuck, why you are feeling so low,
Hmm.
and come out of that, give them guidelines and steps, and show them a way to come out of how they feel. And with the pandemic and today's scenario of everybody having been locked up for the last
Right.
1.5 year,
Right.
it's life now has become very difficult, it's so stressful. And
Yes.
you need somebody to talk to, you need somebody to help guide you, you need somebody who is a neutral party, not a
Right.
friend or a family member, but
Right.
who's neutral. And yeah, it's very essential. A life coach is very essential, because I mean, having gone through it myself, and the amount of breakthroughs that at my age and at my this that I came through,
Yes.
I realized how important it is to have a life coach.
So today, how do you see yourself differently in terms of your confidence, your self-worth, and your self-esteem? Like, how do you feel, when you see yourself previously and now?
Amazing. I mean, confidence is amazing. I mean, today you can ask me to speak on anything at any time at the drop of a hat, and I could do it. At one point of time, I
Oh,
would not have
yes.
been able to do it. Yeah, and that was one of my breakthroughs, Neeta, in my counseling session. That
Hmm.
I realized why I was not able to do it, but now I've
Right.
overcome that.
Right.
uh, they helped me overcome that. And so confidence is very high, I feel very empowered. And yeah, it's very different, and I'm always in a high state, I'm always in a good state, I always ensure that I'm happy, smiling, positive, when we learn about your encodes and your baselines, your E codes, your how to empower yourself, it definitely helps to that. So definitely a changed person. People have noticed it and said, we don't know what it is, but there's something in you that has changed. So
That's
yeah,
nice.
it's done one wonders. It's done one good.
I know it feels good. So now that you have, completed your training, you're a certified life coach. You see this huge breakthrough inside you, huge changes inside you as a person. How close do you think are you living your life? That you've always dreamt of, or you've thought of, or whatever it is that you have wanted to achieve. How close do you think are you now living to your dreams as compared to what it was earlier? And how do you think is it in terms of difficulty level? Do you find it easier now to achieve your dreams, or they're still difficult?
The dreams are still the same, whatever I wanted, but I have been able to, and obviously the level of difficulty in achieving them also will be is the same. But I have now learned to look at them differently,
Right.
and to tackle them differently. Instead,
Right.
it was like earlier, it was like this big mountain standing in front of you, and I was like, oh my God, I have to climb and go up there. But now I
Right.
know, yeah, the mountain is there, and I need to take one step at a time to go get up. And as I go,
Right.
and enjoy the journey as I go up, enjoy
Right.
the view, and I will reach there ultimately. So yeah, I've
Beautiful.
started taking small baby steps towards it,
Nice.
and I'm enjoying that journey. And
Right.
ultimately, sometime I have set a level of for December 2022. That's end of next year, to reach
Right.
the top.
Right.
And I hope I should get there. I'm certain I will. I'm
You
confident.
will. You will. Because I still remember the mission that we met right in the beginning when we had joined, and we were both so
Okay.
quiet and full of self-doubt. And now look at us, both of us are here so cheerful, confident, and having this chat show and sharing our breakthroughs. It's such a big thing, isn't it?
Right. I would never have thought of myself capable of sharing so much about me, because I was a very private person. I didn't like to share. I was kept away from the limelight. But
Right.
you can see for yourself what it has done, and
True.
it's an amazing feeling. And I'm doing it. I feel that if I come out and do it, it will empower and it will help others also to come out and feel the same. Don't just get stuck in that rut. There's so much out there. Just come out. Get yourself a life coach. Come out, who will help you to come out and just enjoy life.
Sure. Do you have any stories that you would want to share with our viewers, so that they feel this confidence, or in case if they do feel stuck somewhere, they do not feel ashamed or shy away from taking help? Do you have anything to share or speak
Yeah,
about?
like I said, I mean, like I shared earlier, my life for the last maybe 8 to 10 years now, almost. I was just focused only on my kids. It was I used to wake up in the morning, just get to work, come back, and do that. I never went out anywhere, even for office parties or get-togethers, anything. My focus was totally on the home front. And because I was shy, I never liked to mix and mingle with people. I always felt that I need to maintain a distance. I need to be reserved. I had a very different outlook towards going out. But now I'm here. I can with this chat show I can conduct seminars and webinars, and I'm a totally changed person from that way. I can talk my head off, as you can see. I would never participate in office meetings. I used to just sit in the corner and listen and nod my head and say yes to everything, and come out. Even if we did go out with friends, I never spoke much. And
Right.
In fact, a friend of mine said, we are discovering a new you. It's like peeling an onion, and layer by layer, something new we are discovering. So that is again kind of a breakthrough for me. And
that's what happens to us, when over these years the conditioning becomes so strong that we get covered into these layers of blankets, and then removing these blankets takes us years, at least 10 to 15 years. Sometimes it's too late by the time we realize. So I'm glad.
You rightly said, Neeta. I mean, earlier, if I had to realize that I had this potential and I could go up, I mean, I would have done different things. I would have probably chosen a different career. I could have,
Right.
gone into so many different avenues instead of just sitting at a desk and table on a computer and doing something. But I was this quiet little mouse who thought, this is where I belong. But better late than never. I'm ready to explore the world now, and I'm giving it a go. Let's see where it takes me and how it goes. And like I said, I had this breakthrough also. I had this, and this is again because of a breakthrough that I had during my counseling sessions. I was always told that not allowed to go out and meet with people or participate in any college or school functions because you'd go because it was done with good interest, but my mom felt that if you go and do something on stage, if you do something wrong, people will laugh at you. You'll make a fool of yourself. Why do you want to do that? So don't participate. Just stay quietly at the back. And so I was conditioned that way. If you go and speak and then you say something wrong or you miss a line, and then people are going to laugh at you, and then they generally label you as a stupid or an idiot. Didn't want to take part in it. And that's one of the reasons probably why I always kept at the back. I never came forward. And that was a breakthrough for me. And I was like, yeah, but look at me now. I mean, in your masterminds, this thing I'm talking. So obviously it's not got anything to do with that. And that has helped so much. And I find I'm such a confident person now than what I was maybe a year back.
That's what happens. Sometimes we actually take birth with a lot of these qualities in us, but unfortunately they get covered because of somebody else's expectations, or because they, out of kindness, or out of overprotection, we get burdened, or we get covered into that. However, what they don't realize is that when we are going out there to face the world, how difficult it becomes for us to remove those layers, isn't it?
That's what I mean. I would like to tell parents out there, who have children, that don't stop your kids. If they want to go out, let them go out and explore. They will make mistakes. They will fall. When we learn to ride a bicycle, we fail, we hurt ourselves, we badly, but afterwards, what have we learned?
Right.
Okay, we learned to ride, and then it was such an enjoyable thing going cycling every morning or in the evening with your friends and everything. So it's the same thing with life. You will make mistakes, you will fall, you will get hurt, but as parents, we are there to support our children. We will pick them up and they will go on. So don't suppress that. And because that was suppressed in me, I grew up, in a shell. And I was not at all kind of a social person. I wasn't a social person. I never used to kind of meet anybody. I always shied away. So don't suppress growth. Let them go out. Let them make mistakes. So.
Right. In fact, this even highlights that small factor, I feel, where there should be a huge amount of trust between the parent and the child, for them to allow. That really matters a lot, especially now. So that bond needs to be created.
Trust would be if you want to go out and do that. But just like this, if the child wants to explore avenues, like don't say that it's bad for you to dance. You can't dance. Dancing is bad. But that's probably a release for a child. Let them go and dance and come back. The other day I was shopping and there was this little boy who came and he picked up a pink teddy bear from the stuffed toys section. And his mother told him, why are you taking pink? Take a grey one. He's like, no, I want pink. So she says, you're a boy, why pink? He says, boy, pink, how does it matter?
Right.
So don't condition.
Exactly. Yeah, even I don't know who started with this concept of, if it's a baby boy, it's blue. If it's a baby girl, it's the pink. I don't know who started, and it's quite annoying actually.
Yeah. Yes. So the child was so happy with the teddy bear, let him be. I mean, if you want to get it for him, it's fine. Color is not of importance. So that's why I said, don't condition and say that, nahi mat karo, don't do it.
Right.
You want to do it. So that's okay.
Beautiful. It's been amazing sharing these beautiful experiences and stories, Michelle. I have absolutely loved the way you have been so spunky, so spontaneous. I have loved all the spark in you.
Thank you, Neeta. Yes, I think
though we were not in the same batches, but I have seen, how you were initially and how you are now. It's a huge change.
Yeah, we used to meet once in a way on the mastermind calls or some kind of mentoring calls
Yes,
now and then, and
right.
always on a Zoom thing. But I think one-on-one interaction was very limited.
Yes, yes.
Very
Because I
much
have this
later on.
habit of, observing people on the Zoom calls, and then I would just pick certain people and then they just kind of stay on my mind forever. So you were one of them. So I was like, that's why I thought, like Michelle was like this very quiet, underconfident. And today she is like sparkling with confidence and so spontaneous, speaking so beautifully.
True, yeah, and that's right. So yeah, I've come a long way from them. I mean, my kids are
Yes.
also now grown up. My
Right.
daughter is 21, one is 21, one is 17. So
Beautiful.
they are,
Nice.
one is already, the
Mhm.
older one is started working, so she's on her way out. The
Right.
younger one will be soon. So while I'm alone, why should I just allow old age and loneliness to creep up on me? And I thought, let me just give back to
Exactly.
society by coaching, and yeah,
Yes.
here I am.
It's a beautiful
So
thought. It's a beautiful thought, and I wish you all the best for this new thing. And I'm sure you will be doing very well because you are having such an affable and energy inside you. I mean, people will just like to come and talk to you. That's the kind of
thank you, Neeta.
energy
I
that you
wish you
share.
the same. Yeah, I mean, I wish you the same. I mean, you also have grown in leaps and bounds from what it was when we
Thank
started to
you.
what we are today. You are anchoring our shows. We just see, and because I remember you too when we first joined. It was you just sit and write down notes and take down
Yes.
everything, and you were so quiet. And you also suffered a setback on the personal front. I remember that, and yeah, so yeah, it's very much similar to what we've both gone through, and it's good to
Yes.
see us coming out of that and trying to make something give back to the world. It's,
I know. I know. I
it's,
know.
it's, it's,
We can't linger on the
wish you
past.
all.
We have to move on. But
We have to move forward.
yes.
Yes, we have to move forward. I mean, we have a life to live and
Yes.
things to go on. So it's good. So wish you also, Neeta, all the very best, and I'm sure you would also do well, and your show is going to rake in a lot of TRPs. And
It's going to be the next Oprah Winfrey. Just wait and
yeah,
watch.
absolutely, no problem. And even bigger than that. I hope you go even bigger than
Oh,
that.
wow. Thank you so much. And I truly appreciate the
Love to you.
time that you have given over here to me for sharing your wonderful
Most
experiences
welcome
and
anytime.
stories and taking this decision to be the change maker of your life.
Right. And in fact, my website says inspiring change. So I just hope that, I'm able to do that. I'm able to inspire change in people's lives.
Great, great. Fine. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Neeta. Thank you.